Hello peeps and welcome back to Terrafirmacraft. I've done a little bit of work off camera because there's something that I want to do this episode, and watching you guys, or having you guys watch me do it, would have been incredibly painful. So I went ahead and did most of the hard work off camera. Now, you might notice that the lake is pretty much totally frozen over now. It does thaw out a little bit during the course of the day, but for the most part, it's frozen solid, and it's actually freezing now during the day. Or I guess it's getting closer to evening. But yeah, it is now winter. It's January. Things are very cold. It gets very cold at night. My food has actually been maintaining itself very well, but I went ahead and grabbed a whole bunch more copper, and I explored one of the cassiterite veins near my house. Damn it. Surface. Damn it. Surface. There. Where is it? This cassiterite vein here that I found is actually a rich cassiterite vein. And then over here, this copper vein, there's actually a regular copper vein underneath that landmark, but there's a rich copper vein over here. So I'm pretty well set for bronze for the near future. And you might see I have some bronze double sheets here that I've been working off camera. Well, that's because I want to make a bloomery, because I know where there's a ton of iron and I just need to go get it. Oh, by the way, we have a little baby cow over there. Hello, cow. Okay, yeah, that's enough of that. So we need to make a double sheet. To do that, we're going to grab 4 bronze ingots, we're going to stack them in there, we're going to wait for these things to warm up, and I've noticed that it takes forever and a freaking day for these ingots to warm up over this forge, because it's I think ambient temperature is actually playing a part in it now, which is pretty crazy. But there's 2 things I want to do this episode. Number 1 is I want to get a bloomery set up. I'm not going to go probably do iron mining this episode unless things run really, really long or really, really short and I want to fill out some time. But I also want to set up an established charcoal pit. I want to set up a charcoal pit that I'm probably going to put kind of like over here, where I can just come over here and put in some charcoal and not have to worry about, you know, having to dig it out, or whether or not it's done. I'll be able to tell by looking in the windows or the door or whatever I do. There's also a mechanic that I want to try for charcoal pits that I am told works in the current version, but will not work in the next version, and I've never tried it before, so I want to see if it works. We'll wait until we get there. We're at dark red on all of these, so we can work on all of these. We need to get them to can weld, which is bright red 1, I think. Or maybe halfway through bright red. So it's coming up pretty quick. There's bright red. There's can weld. We're going to go for bright red 4 on all of these, because they melt halfway through orange. And I want to have a little extra time to work on these things. You can see we're getting a danger warning on these now. So we're going to pull all of these out now. We're going to pop 2 of these in here, weld them, put them in here, and we're going to select from our plan sheet here the sheet. We need to match up the red and the green arrow. It's no longer a range, you have to get it exact. I just happen to know the exact range because I've made 7 of these things already. So we're going to put these back in. We're going to get these bronze ingots back to can weld. Man, I can't get my throat cleared out tonight. Sorry. We're going to pop these in here, weld them, got that. We're going to pull this thing out of here, put that thing back in, wait a few seconds for this to drop temperature just a little bit. Pop that back in. Now they're just about matching temperature. And we'll pull these back out, pop these into the welding interface, and if we weld those, we get a bronze double sheet that is bright red, and somehow we're holding it with our bare hands. Let's show another mechanic. In here I've got my water barrels that I'm using to keep myself hydrated through the winter if the lake's frozen. If you pop a hot metal sheet into a water bucket, it boils off some of the water, but it instantly cools. So, of course, 8 bronze double sheets will make a bloomery. Now, we need to sleep through the night, because otherwise we're going to get beset upon by zombies. The other night I did some serious forge work while fighting off zombies the whole time, and it was entertaining, but a bit of a pain in the ass. I do want to show off the new mechanic for metallurgy, or for metalworking. I'm going to make myself another bronze shovel because I've almost broken this one, and I'm probably going to be doing some terraforming in the near future, so I need to have a good shovel that I can work with. While that's going, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab my chisel and my stone hammer, and we need to have the stone hammer on my hotbar, and we are going to go chisel out another one of these gabbro boulders. Because I need some more stone. And I think you can use smooth stone for bloomeries. If not, we'll find out very shortly. Oh, nice. Not gabbro. Nice. Is a very nice. That was corny. Let's try it. Now, if I remember correctly, and I probably don't, so I'm probably about to screw this up and have everybody who knows what they're doing laughing at me. How are we doing on heat over here? Dark red can work. Getting there. You have to have something like that. The bloomery, I believe, has to go on there, which I think you can do it this way. Yeah, if we leave this go much longer, it's gonna... So, I need to make a shovel head. I'm going to select the shovel head tool, and you'll notice that there is no longer any range here. You have to line these up exactly. You got to be perfect. It's your smithing skill that determines how good you are. So, we need to do hit not last and punch last. So from here, if we do 2 light hits and a punch, oh, and get cooled off too much. So we got to put it back on the fire, let it warm back up to working temperature. And until you get a lot of skill at the forge, this is going to be kind of a constant thing now. You're going to be putting the thing on, taking it off, doing a little bit of work. Oh, didn't quite get it, so there we go. Bronze shovel head, and you notice it's perfect durability. However, my understanding is that the actual durability is now a number that is hidden by the game to make you think a little bit more about what you're doing. Or not think a little more about what you're doing. It's hidden by the game, damn you, in order to force you to actually work on your smithing skill. It's got perfect durability for what it can be, but higher smithing skill, I think, gives it a higher maximum durability. So, I think that's the way it works. If anyone knows for sure, let me know in the comments. I need to get my stone shovel. Or, not my stone shovel, my stone hammer on here. We're gonna grab some more nice, If this doesn't work with smooth nice, I know it works with bricks. So I'll just have to go make some mortar and use my chisel to make some bricks. Which I probably should do anyway. I've got a ton of stone just sitting in chests over there. I would just have to make the mortar. And mortar's pretty simple to make. It's just some flux, some sand, and does it take gravel? I can't remember. Mortar. Oh, nope. Just sand and some lime water. And lime water is made by putting flux into regular water. Doesn't have to be limestone, just flux. But we'll see if the bloomery works with the smooth nice first. And if it doesn't, then we'll make some bricks. Actually, we'll make some bricks after we get done with this, regardless of whether or not it works, because I'm going to want... I don't think you technically have to have anything here. I think this will work. And then I should be able to just put the bloomery there. And now this actually acts as a door, so you can open it. Isn't that cool? So I think that's actually going to work. We will probably test this next episode, because I don't have any iron and I don't feel like going to get any. Let's go ahead and take a moment to have a nibble of some venison and a drink of water. And the lake is totally... oh, hello. The lake's totally frozen over except for the hot springs over there. You can't drink out of a hot springs. So I actually have to fill my water out of my barrels. By setting this to out, you're telling it you actually want to take water out of the barrel instead of putting it in. Do I have my axe on me? No, I do not. Let's go get my axe because I actually need to move a couple of barrels outside. Because there's no way I would need 5 water barrels to get through. But I wanted to have a few extra barrels for when I wanted to make lime water and tannin. Because that's part of leather working, and I'm going to need some leather pretty soon. So let's put down these barrels, and in here we need to put some flux in order to turn that into lime water. We'll just go ahead and take the flux out of our anvil for the moment. We'll have to remember to put it back if we do any welding. I think it only takes 1 piece of flux. No? No? Let's just get it over with and make a whole stack. Crush up some marble, since I've got a ton of marble on me. I'm doing something wrong. How did you make lime water? Could have sworn it was just flux, but does it have to be limestone? I wouldn't think it would have to be limestone. That's pretty frickin' specific. Now, let's find out real quick. The joys of having 2 monitors. Let's see here. It's going to be under leather. Prepared hide is made. Barrel of lime water. Fresh water. Lime water. Oh. Derp. Okay, yeah. So you actually have to make limestone by the bucket. Or lime water by the bucket. You can't just put limestone in a barrel and make it work. Although it seems to me like you should. I mean, it's functionally no difference than just putting a whole crap load of... You know? So let's go ahead and just empty this barrel. And then here, we're going to switch this to out mode. We're going to pull fresh water buckets out. And then by putting a piece of flux up here with a bucket, now we'll get our lime water. And now here, we can put lime water in. And then here, we'll just go ahead and continue emptying this barrel. We'll make ourselves a full barrel of lime water. Because with a full barrel of lime water, I can make some leather, which will allow me to make a bellows, which is going to be necessary at some point. I don't know if it's going to be necessary for the bloomery, because I don't think the temperature of the bloomery is variable. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't done this since they updated it. But we'll find out at some point here. Okay, there's that. Put our lime water in there. And in this barrel, well, first of all, we're just going to break this barrel back up. We're going to put it back in the house. Because I do want to get a second barrel out here full of water. Empty. Now these are showing up as hickory barrels, but if you look at them, this says they're oak barrels. It's kind of silly. We're going to put another barrel down there, and we're going to come over here to our log pile. We're going to grab just a hickory log. And if you seal a log in a barrel of water, you should get tannin. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night. That'll allow us to actually check on our tannin, if that's what we actually made. Well, not quite yet. Alright, let's go ahead and make ourselves... yeah, I've got some sand over here. Let's go ahead and make ourselves some mortar, and we'll make some bricks. I've got some sand right here. I am going to need some water. For this, I think I'm just going to break out some of the ice over in the corner here. This will give me water. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? If I place that in, that'll fix it, yeah. Hello. Okay, there we go. We're going to make 2 more buckets of lime water. And then by combining a bucket of lime water and a piece of sand, we'll get 16 mortar for every bucket of lime water. So there's 32 mortar. And, ow. What kind of rock do I want to use? I have a crap load of andesite up here, so I'm going to use andesite bricks. If you do a little bit of this, you get andesite bricks, using up some durability from the chisel. And then by taking the bricks and laying them out like this, and then putting the mortar in the cracks, is that not how it works? Uses for mortar. See, that's what oh, it's 5. And then you fill in these gaps, and that gets you 4 bricks per. Okay, that's fun. That's fine. Let's come over here, and I'm going to make a 5x5 fire pit, I think. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually want it to be 7 here. centered it on this side. I want to have a door. So we'll break that out. And then I'm going to make this thing, I think, too high. So this is going to be the roof level. I'm going to need a lot more mortar. And we're just going to split the mortar up like that, and then we'll use the drag mechanic to make ourselves some more andesite bricks. Get these out. Now this style of fire pit is nothing I haven't done in the past, but there's a subtle change that I will explain when I get there. And I'm not going to be able to do it this episode. Well, actually, I'll explain the change this episode, and then we'll put it into practice probably next episode after I've had a chance to gather a crap load of wood off camera, because I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me chop trees. Especially for something that might not even work in the first place, you know? So I've never tried doing a fire pit this way. So it'll be a learning experience for everyone. There's another set of 32. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Need to grab a little bite to eat. I've been living mostly off venison for the last who knows how long. I'm kind of trying to hold off on harvesting my wintergreen until I absolutely have to. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this away. Or put some of our stuff away here. I'll put all this away. We're going to keep the shovel on us because I actually kind of want to try my hand at a little bit of iron. And I should have enough charcoal for at least one bit of iron. We're going to need the ladders. What we aren't going to need, so we're not going to need the knife, we're not going to need the chisel or the axe, we're not going to need this hammer. So let's put all of this stuff away. And then the rest of this stuff I think I can just toss in here. We don't need the ceramic mold or the ceramic vessel. I do need my water jugs. I don't need the coal or the second knife. Torches are probably a good idea. How's that venison? 106 ounces? Yeah, it's fine. Plenty of meat. And I probably should get myself another pickaxe, but I'm hoping to be able to make an iron one soon. So let's take a look and see if we can find... Yeah, there's a hematite vein that's supposedly over here. So let's come over here and see if we can find this hematite. Now, I'm gonna need to burn the fire pit soon, because, where am I? Let's go due west. Because making iron requires you to use charcoal. You can't use coal for the production of iron. You can use coal to heat it up to work it, but you can't use coal in the production of any sort of iron alloy. Steel, iron, anything like that. because coal has a very high sulfur content, and it taints the metal if you try to do it. At least that's my understanding of the real-life mechanics as to why they don't allow it to work. So let's start here. We're going to dig straight down our standard core sample. Okay, we're in andesite. A very large sample of hematite. So we're already close to it. We're going to dig probably 4 down to make sure that we're under the lowest layer of dirt here. Yeah, we'll start from here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick a direction at random. I'm going to pick back towards the house. We're going to dig until we either find hematite or until we get a reading of a large sample. And in andesite, hematite should be very, very obvious when we find it. Cassiterite in andesite is kind of difficult to make out. The thing traces medium, large, very large. So the transition from large to very large is right here at 5506. Now we go back the other way. We repeat this process. We go until we either find the hematite or until we get a reading that drops below very large. I think I found it already. Or at least a finger of it. Yep, that's hematite, alright. But it was just a finger, so it's nowhere near enough. So we're going to go ahead and continue the original plan. We're going to keep going this way until we either find a large amount of it or we get a reading of large instead of very large. Still at very large, so we'll dig another 10. I found that 10 seems to be a pretty good number because if you're standing right up against the wall, you can dig 5 out. And then you can dig out these 5 here. Then you walk right up to the wall again, dig 5 more straight out. Dig these 5. Then you just put a torch on the wall like right there. Take your readings. Still getting very large, so you keep going. Mining is definitely probably the most tedious part of all of this. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it last episode or not, but I did find way, way, way out to the... Oh, we found traces of hematite, so now we come back this way and we find large. Large. Very large. So, 5473. That means 25, 27. And then this way was it 6, right? Yeah. So 27 plus 6 gives us 33. Divide that by 2, you get 16. So if we go 16 back from here, starting with this as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is the center of the hematite vein. We do the same thing on the next axis. But yeah, I did find in a marble cliff face, some ways out to the east of my house, I found graphite. And I found a little more hematite here. Yeah, that's fine. There's some more. There's some more. Now, is this just regular hematite? Dang, I was hoping I could get rich hematite or something. That would be awesome. I think I might have just stumbled across a nice thick part of the vein here. Let's go ahead and put a torch there. I'm going to dig down a little bit. See if we can get a little more of this. Oh yeah, we found a good bit of it here. Now, one thing that I've been meaning to address, I know that I do occasionally look at the wiki, and I know that there are some purists out there that say, cheater, wikis are cheating. Yeah, try doing anything in Terrafirmacraft past the Stone Age without a wiki. This game is very much like Dwarf Fortress. The wiki is kind of like the instruction manual. If you can, you want to have the wiki open in the background at all times. I think I've collected enough hematite for now. I definitely found the main part of the vein. So I will come back off camera and collect some more of this. For right now, I want to get out of here so that I can start doing some bloomery work. Yeah, about 2.5 stacks. Definitely enough to get started. Oh, get back up there. It would be nighttime. Run back to the house. Doing another midnight death run. Quite literally, a midnight death run. Holy spiders. Nope. Want none of what you're offering. And you. Go ahead and try to catch me on this ice. Ow. Okay, I am going to check one more thing on the wiki real quick because I can't remember, because I haven't done it for ages, whether or not you actually have to do something to the bricks in the bloomery. Or, let's see. The bloomery can be expanded to process 3 times as much ore by adding another 2 layers of brick rings. Does it have to be bricks? I don't think it has to be bricks. Any style of stone except cobblestone may be used. Okay, good. So I'm not about to make an epic mistake. At least here. Oh, and I did find a meal combination that was poor instead of terrible. But I can't remember what it was, so I'll have to experiment a little bit and figure it out. Let's see. I need my smooth nice. I need charcoal. And I need a fire starter. And is that all the charcoal I have? I guess so. Alright, so it can be expanded by having another 2 rings, which means I can do a little bit of this, because I don't think it has to be full rings. We'll build ourselves a stairway to get up, and you have to open the bloomery. You have to place down 8 pieces of charcoal, like that. Then you go to the top and you toss in your iron ore and your charcoal. And any excess is supposed to pop back out. Which it looks like it has. Okay. And then you come down here, you close this, and you light this with a fire starter. And if we look up here, we should see a molten bloom up here. And we do. There's molten ore up there. Good. There's a spider on my roof. You are going to live up there, and you are going to piss me off. This episode's going to run a little long, I think. Because now that I've started the iron, I really kind of want to show that this episode. I want to show the bloom and what goes into working the bloom. Because that's going to let me make a few iron tools, and iron tools are going to... Oh, the baby cow's getting a little bigger. Check it out. That's something we can do while we're waiting. I've got a piece of leather over here that I never actually did anything with. So, there's a hide. Where is it? There it is. A medium rawhide. We're going to need a knife. Now, if I remember the leather working process right, the first step requires a bucket of lime water. And you soak the hide in a bucket of lime water. And that loosens all of the crap on the hide so that you can scrape it off. Something like that. I'm pretty sure it goes lime water, regular water, tannin. Because the lime water softens the crap so you can get it off. The regular water soaks out the lime so it doesn't taint the process, and then the tannin actually tans the hide. Let's find our door and put the door on our charcoal pit. I'm just going to use the regular old wooden door that I created ages ago. I knew I was saving you for a reason. Let's pop that on there. And I think it's about time to start harvesting our wintergreen. In the area that we're in, we shouldn't have to worry about this rotting before we have a chance for spring to come. That's going to give us 108 ounces of wintergreen, which is good because Yeah, you can see my vegetable, my grain, and my dairy bars are totally depleted. I haven't been keeping up. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's get out, and I haven't been maintaining this at all, so it's been maintaining itself, which is pretty crazy. Actually, I don't want to try garlic. I've tried garlic before. I want to try... I think I want to try cabbage. And then I got some cheese around here somewhere. There's some cheese. And I don't need to add meat to this. What groups am I missing? Vegetable, grain, and dairy. So I would like to put some bread into this. I'm going to try and make a meal. So much venison. There's nothing in that one. Where's all my bread? I just threw it in a chest somewhere, didn't I? Yeah. I don't want to try wheat bread, though, because I think my character might have an aversion to wheat bread. Apparently that's actually a thing now. Like, your character can have a natural like and dislike of certain foods. And if you try to cook something that has one of those foods that they don't like in it, it's automatically terrible. And I think wheat might be one of the foods that my character doesn't like. Imagine that. A gluten allergy in frickin' Terrafirmacraft. Okay, let's add cabbage, potato, and cheese. Pour! Check it out! Yes! Oat bread, cabbage, potato, and cheese gives me a pour meal. And then by warming the meal over the fire, I can actually increase the taste a little more. See, it goes from pour 3.25% to pour 13%. So that's almost a 10% increase in the taste just by warming this up. And this will actually allow me to get saturation, so I won't get hungry as fast, which is nice. There we go. And if you're paying real close attention, you might have noticed my hit point bar change a little bit as I was eating, because it's replenishing my vegetable, grain, and, well, it should be replenishing my dairy bar, but it's not doing a whole lot. Oops. But by eating well, I'm increasing my max hit points. You can actually kind of cheat and see what your hit points are. See my health here? 351. Yeah. A normal hit point bar, if you're 100% full on all the food groups, at level 1, is 1,000. So that should give you a pretty good indication of how sickly my character actually is from eating so poorly. Oh, finished bloomery. I want iron, and I don't want to have an hour-long video. But I think it's going to be at least 50 minutes. How is our hide doing? Can't tell yet. Mew! Mew! This spider is going to piss me off. What am I saying? He's already pissed me off. I don't know how to get him down from there. Oi! You! Yeah. Eat it. String. Well, if nothing else, I know sleeping through the night is going to make this finish. And it'll make this finish. Hopefully I did this in the right order. Seems cheaty to me. Seems to me like if the water's freezing, you should have to at least use a tool to break the ice out. You shouldn't be able to just punch through it with your bare hands. You should have to use like a pick. So I think from now on, I'm going to use a pick anytime I break through the ice. I think that'll be a good compromise with myself. Let's sleep through the night. This is going to make our bloomery finish. And it should also make this finish. Medium soaked hide. So if you take a soaked hide and you use a knife on it, does it have to be? Oh, yeah, it has to be above it. Gives you a medium scraped hide. And then if you seal a scraped hide in a bucket of water, you'll get a prepared hide, and then you put that in with the tannin and you should get a tanned hide. Or leather. If we break this out, we're going to see that the charcoal has changed appearance. We mine this out with a pickaxe, and that's going to give us an achievement, the Iron Age. We got a raw iron bloom that is 600%. What does that mean? Well, it means if we put the bloom in there, and we get ourselves some coal. Eat a little more of our tasty meal here. Actually, I just finished it off, didn't I? Wow. And fire starter. There we go. We need to heat this bloom up to working temperature, which I have absolutely no idea what the working temperature on a bloom is. I think it has to be yellow-white. I can't remember. I know it's a lot hotter than bronze. So this is going to take a few minutes. We're 48 minutes in. How's our cow doing? And how much lime water did that use? It used about 2 buckets of lime water to process that hide. Do a little more homestead stuff. And this is this the mama cow? Yes. Let's go ahead and put our bucket of milk in there. Go ahead and get ourselves a bucket of vinegar. We're going to make another block of cheese. And I don't know who's growling over there, but you need to knock it off. We're dark red on this raw iron bloom. Up to bright red. After bright red, it's going to be orange, and then it's going to be yellow, yellow-white, white, and brilliant white. Another thing that I think I need to do is I need to get a little more variety in my meats, and I need to get some more leather. So I think off camera I might also go pig hunting. Maybe lead one back. I should find out what gender this pig is. Is this a boar or is this a pig? This is a pig. A sow. So I need to find a boar and bring the boar back so that I can get piglets. Because once I have piglets, I basically have infinite food, even beyond the cheese. Because pigs breed like rabbits in this game. Cows, you get 1 cow. Pigs, you get like I think 8 to 10 piglets. It's crazy. Okay, yellow can work. Let's go ahead and pull that off. We're going to put the bloom on here, and we're going to need to do 3 hits to finish. So we shrink all the way up. We're going to need There we go. That got us a refined iron bloom. And splits. We need to split the refined iron bloom. The last thing we need to do is punch. What happens before the punch doesn't matter. It just has to end with a punch. Got too cold. Put it back on. Heat it back up to orange. We'll take it to orange 1, give us a few extra seconds to work on it. And we'll punch, light hit, punch, done. That gave us 2 refined iron blooms at bright red and 4 refined iron blooms at bright red. Let's put these back in. We'll start heating these back up. We're going to take these all the way up, I think, to... Well, I'll start with this one. And we got to do 3 hits as the last thing. Already got too cold. Let's pull these out. Damn. Already too cold. So you can see that this is kind of a labor of love. Got it. 1 wrought iron ingot. 1 wrought iron ingot. All of this work for 1 silly wrought iron ingot. Let it not be said that Terrafirmacraft doesn't make you work for it. So, I am now getting some wrought iron ingots. I actually need to make a wrought iron anvil before I can do anything with these, which means I need 14 of these stupid wrought iron ingots. Obviously, this is not going to happen on camera. So, I am going to go off camera, I'm going to do some more hematite mining, and actually, you know what? No. Next episode, we're going to set up and burn the charcoal pit, and then I will work on the iron after that, because I want you guys to see this charcoal pit when I set it up, to see if it's going to work. And we'll probably also do some leather working next episode, and depending on how long it takes me to get everything in place, we might actually do some farming next episode if it starts to get towards, you know, springtime. We can actually start planning. I don't think we're going to get that far, but we'll find out. Anyway, guys, this has been Night Dagger with Let's Play Terrafirmacraft, and I just broke my frickin' hammer. God damn it. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna need to make a bronze hammer, aren't I? It never ends. Catch you later, peeps.